Hey everyone, so today is the second video of my three-part series about weddings and things like that with the Tiffany & Company theme colors. So the second video of the three-part series is just going to be some little things that I put into and incorporated at my wedding to show that Tiffany & Company themed color. My third video will be the contest video, and I will show you and explain all the rules and things like that. So if you guys have more questions about my wedding and the things that I used or anything in general, just leave them in the comments down below. And if there's something that you are requesting that I didn't show you guys about the wedding, I will do that for you guys. So, excuse me, let's get started. What I want to show you guys first is the jewelry that I used at my wedding and things that I incorporated pieces-wise and stuff like that. So the first thing is this pearl necklace right here, and it's just a regular pearl necklace. It has like a little clasp here on the back. There's also an extender that came with it. So if you had like something and you wanted to make it a little bit of a lower cut, my dress was actually like a sleeveless, strapless gown. So I actually wore the extender and made it a little bit lower, but not too much lower. It was still like pretty short. And then my husband's mom had earrings that were her mother's when she got married over 50 some years ago and became Mrs. Wright as well. So those were passed down to me, and I wore those at my wedding. However, I have pierced ears, and my husband's grandmother doesn't have pierced ears, and they were the little like turn post like clip-on earrings. So they had them taken to a jeweler and made into pierced ears so that I could actually wear them. And then as a gift, his grandmother and mom presented them to me as a memento that I could keep. So I thought that was really sweet. And they look like this. They're just this really pretty Tiffany colored blue stone, and there's, you know, little stones around the side that make it look like a petal, and then one big stone in the middle. And like I said, they had them made into pierced ears for me because I don't wear clip-ons. So that was one of the heirlooms that I wore. And then the other thing was something fun that my mother-in-law got me because she knows that I like little like glitzy things, and so she decided to go out and get me this at an antique store. And it is this really pretty jeweled rhinestone double layered bracelet, and it's got like a little push button clasp in the back here. And I'm not really sure exactly where she got it. She just said that she got it at an antique store, so it's nothing that's major expensive, but she thought it would be a cute piece of costume jewelry. It would give just a pop of color. I actually didn't wear this for the ceremony because I didn't want it to take away from everything else, but I did wear it you know, later on for her. So that is the jewelry I wore. I made it really simple. And then, of course, I wore my engagement ring, which looks like this. I'll take this off and show it to you guys. I don't know if it's going to focus enough to really get a good look of it. But this was my engagement ring. And then this is my wedding band. If I can get it off. My fingers are a little swollen from the heat. And then this is my wedding band. And it obviously, as you can see, it has like a cutout for my wedding engagement ring. These were not made for each other, but we put them together and we kind of created a little set. So that's what it looks like. And my fingers are kind of like cold right now, so it's not staying together. But normally they flush together and they look really pretty. So that is the jewelry that I wore for the wedding. And then I would show you guys my husband's ring. However, he's at work as usual, so unfortunately I can't show you that. But it is a tungsten carbide ring, and then in the middle of the two-tone tungsten carbide ring, it has I think it's like 15 diamonds or something like that. So really nice, really flashy, and something different for a guy to wear. It was like, you know, masculine looking, but it also had a little bit of the bling for him. So then I also incorporated my something blue. Besides the jewelry that I was wearing, I wanted something fun, and so I decided to do the something blue on my shoes. So these are the shoes that I wore, and they were originally white shoes, and they are by Benjamin Walk. They're called Touch-Ups. And the style that I got, oh, I knew the style yesterday when I was putting all this together. I really forget the style, but I want to say they were like the Adriana's or something like that. But if you guys really want to know, I can find out for you. I have the other part of the box downstairs. But you can see my toe prints in there because these shoes were dyed couple days before my wedding, and the sweat from my feet kind of put a mark in them. But they had this really pretty, like, jeweled flower brooch on them, and I love that because I thought it went really well with the earrings, and I thought it just made a nice little pop of sparkle. And I had them done in the satin, like a really pretty, a little bit of a darker blue than my theme blue, just because I thought it was something blue, but it was classic looking. So it was really pretty because my dress was ivory. So when I lifted up my dress to have pictures taken, they showed my little blue shoes, and I thought that was a cute pop of color. So these are my shoes. And then my husband and I decided to do something a little different. Instead of lighting a unity candle, we decided that we were going to do unity sand. So it would be something that would be a keepsake that we could carry back home with us and keep on our mantle or whatever, and keep it for years to come, and, you know, have it as a memento. Where I thought the candles were a little bit harder to keep and they get dusty and things like that. So we decided to do unity sand, and the unity sand that we bought came in a white color as well as the blue color. So my husband put the blue in and I put the white in, and we poured them at the same time, and they mixed, and this is what it created. So we put it in this really pretty vase, and it came with this little charm that says "Together Forever," and then it also comes with this rubber top, and then you just put it over top, and it seals everything. So as we got to the top, we had to kind of mix it a little. I had a little more sand left than my husband, because as you can see, the majority is all blue here because he was pouring so fast. I think he was just nervous, so he was pouring super fast. And I got that set, the Unity sand set, I got at Michael's. So if you're interested, I think it was $39 or $45, somewhere around there. And again, I used a coupon and got, I think it was 20% off there. Something else that we did besides what you guys saw yesterday, which was the centerpieces, to be cute and fun and go with the monogram and centerpieces, we went to Michael's and bought these little tiny boxes of tissues. And as you can see, they all have W's on them for my last name. And you just pop the little bottom, and they come with little tiny tissues. And there are 30 tissues in each box. So we put one box at each table. So in case someone didn't bring tissues and they found that they were having a little bit of a moment where they were crying or whatever, they could just take one of the tissues. And we had them pre-pop all the boxes and then lift up a tissue. And I just thought it was something really cute to have at the tables. And it went with our elegant theme and the cream color, like the ivory color and stuff like that. Okay, now on to the gifts. I only had one, my best friend was my matron of honor, and then my husband's best friend was his best man. Okay, so we only had one person for each of us because it was a smaller wedding. So for the best man, we decided to get him and my husband matching cufflinks, and we had their initials engraved on them. They look like this. And they're really, really pretty. They're just this nice oval, you know, brushed nickel or brushed silver. I don't really know what it is 100%. We had these made, and we actually got them done where we rented his tux. And his tux came from After Hours, I believe is the name of it. It was just in our local mall, and they gave us a deal if we were to buy the groom's gift or groomsman gifts there and things like that. We got free shipping, as well as they gave us a discount. So we went ahead and did that. So that was something fun, you know, to pick out something for him and his best friend to have, so that they looked, you know, like they were matching a little bit. My best friend and I, we wanted something kind of matching too, but, you know, it's like girls kind of wear jewelry that they're given by their families, so it's not something that, you know, you always buy each other. A lot of times that is traditionally what the bride does, is they buy the jewelry for the matron of honor or the maid of honor and the attendants, so that they can all wear the same jewelry. I personally wanted my best friend to wear whatever she wanted and felt comfortable in, so we didn't go that route, and I let her pick out her own jewelry. Instead, there was this wonderful little shop on Etsy. Let me just see if I can get this to focus a little bit more. This is what we ended up getting, and these are so cute, but it has like the little like damask or damask print. If I'm saying it wrong, I apologize. But I had her made these little cute little clutches for me and my best friend, and they have these really pretty Tiffany bow accents and this little crystal accent here. Now the lovely thing about these bags are they have a snap, and I bought the tiny ones because I only wanted them big enough to put our iPhones in them, like a lipstick and like some money and things like that. I didn't want them huge because I thought that would just look gaudy. So this is the smaller size, or the tiny size. She lined them in black, and then there's a snap a very nice magnetic snap. And then the wonderful thing about this bow is, say that you go out to a cocktail party and you need a black and white clutch. You can actually remove this. It's pinned onto the fabric. So you can remove this bow and just have it look like this. And it's just plain. Or you can have it look like this. And I actually had a funeral that I went to a few weeks ago. I just removed this, and it was my clutch, because I wore black, and I just wore it like this, and it was super cute. You know, and it was just really classy and elegant looking. And these were really, really inexpensive. The lady does amazing work. They're extremely crafted well. I mean, and they're so nice and, like, I don't want to say stiff, but you can tell the fabric is quality, and that she really took her time and really layered it, and that it's lined properly, and she used very good quality hardware inside, and they're really nice. And they were very inexpensive and affordable. So if anybody's interested in her Etsy site, I will leave the link down below, and you guys can shop her on Etsy. So that is what I did for me and my best friend, and that seems to be everything that I was going to show you guys. So I hope this gave you guys some more ideas of how to put little blue accents, or whatever accent color you use, if it's red or yellow or pink or whatever. Maybe you can dye your shoes pink, or have a pink bow accent, or pink and white sand, or however. Just give you guys little hints on what to do to save money. And like I said, everything I bought was pretty much at Michael's, minus the shoes and the little bags, but everything I got with coupons, and I saved a ton of money, and I did my wedding on a major small budget, and it turned out beautiful. So hope this helped you guys, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!